Brothers and sisters, I just want to take a moment and acknowledge that this is the day of the Seafarer. It's a day that the world acknowledges and celebrates what you do. This is a different year. It's a year with a pandemic where you've all been praised and patted on the back and said what a great job that you're doing and how essential you are, that without you, the world would have collapsed. The food, the medicine, everything that everyone needs to get by in their daily life wouldn't have been delivered if you hadn't have kept working through a pandemic. A pandemic that saw most of the world locked down, told to stay indoors while you were told to go to work. And that's reason to celebrate. But it's also a reason to reflect. Celebration is one thing, but respect is another. And I think that's what we need to strive for, is respect. Shore leave, how we handle the next pandemic when it comes, how we make sure you get the recognition you deserve, not just a pat in the back. And when I look at some of the seafarers on international flagships, flag of convenience, and I look right now today at Panama, where Panama, the government of Panama has now said seafarers can work 17 months on board without being repatriated. Not only is this illegal and shameful, it is disrespectful, and it is a disgrace, and it puts a black mark on our whole industry. I don't want a day of celebration this year. I want a day of respect. I want a day of repatriation for the seafarers that have been stuck on board their ship for over a year without seeing their family, without setting foot on shore, that only make $3 an hour doing the same jobs that you do. This industry needs to change, and we need to work together in order to make our voices heard to change it. We've dealt with it here in Canada in a different way. You know, I would have fully expected, and we asked the companies to step up and give something extra for the hard work you've done. It was ignored. It was basically said, well, this is their job. They should just do it anyway. I don't accept that. Not during a pandemic and not after all you've sacrificed. And you did sacrifice. Let's face it, you sacrificed. You stayed on board. You didn't step foot on shore. All for a simple thank you. A thank you is not good enough sometimes. There needs to be something else. So on this day of the Seafarer, let's recommit to getting the respect that you deserve. Let's recommit to helping the seafarers on the foreign ships get the respect they deserve. Let's work with our international partners to put more pressure on governments and companies to make sure seafarers are respected. You know, the whole world looked at you and said, oh, we can't get through this without you. And now that we're coming out the other side of it, they're all simply just thumbing their nose up again and saying, ah, well, they're seafarers, big deal. Well, you know what? It is a big deal. And we're going to commit and spend the next year or 2 or 3 to fight even harder for that respect, to fight even harder to make sure you get the recognition. Going into negotiations, we're going to remember the sacrifices that you have made over the last few months, and that's going to have to be compensated. It's going to have to be recognized and compensated. And we're going to put the pressure on whoever we need to put the pressure on to make sure that every day coming up is the day of the Seafarer. That what you've done is never forgotten. It's never pushed to the side. So let's spend the day recognizing ourselves. Let's spend the day looking at our brothers and sisters, no matter what rank, no matter what ship, and thanking them for working side by side to get everybody through this. And let's, as a union, who are stronger together, make the commitment that we're going to fight even harder to get what we deserve in the coming years. Thank you.